Right now, without looking, you probably know what time it is. Within 15 minutes, maybe within 5, you have been tracking time so consistently for so long that your brain does it automatically. You wake up and you check the time. You eat and you check the time. The average person checks the time between 80 and 150 times a day, and the research is clear on what this does to you. People who are highly time aware report higher levels of stress, lower levels of satisfaction, and a persistent background feeling that there is never enough of it, that the day is running out, that you are behind. But here's the thing, for 300,000 years, not a single human on Earth knew what time it was. Not approximately, not roughly, not at all. There were no clocks, no calendars, no schedules. Time was not a resource to be managed or a grid to be filled. It was not something that could run out. It was simply the world moving around you, light becoming dark, cold becoming warm, one season folding into the next. The Amundawa people of the Amazon have been studied by linguists for years because of something unusual about their language. They have no word for time, not a missing word, an absent concept. You cannot say, "I will meet you in an hour" in Amundawa because there is no structure in the language for it. You say where, you never say when. This isn't a limitation. It is a window into how humans thought for the vast majority of our existence. Time was not something that happened to you. It was something you moved through without counting. Now think about what that actually feels like. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi spent decades studying what he called flow states, moments when a person is so absorbed in what they are doing that time disappears entirely. Athletes call it being in the zone. Musicians describe losing hours without noticing. Csikszentmihalyi found that these flow states are consistently reported as the moments people feel most alive, most focused, most themselves, not happy in a soft, comfortable way, intensely, fully alive. And the defining feature of every single flow state is the same. The person has completely lost track of time. This is not a coincidence. Neuroscientists studying the brain during flow states find that the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for self-monitoring, planning, and time tracking, goes quiet. The constant background process of asking, "How am I doing? How much time has passed? Am I on schedule?" simply stops. And what's left when that stops is the rest of the brain, running without interruption. For ancient humans, that was not a special state they occasionally stumbled into. It was Tuesday. The person tracking an animal for 4 hours across open terrain was not checking how long they had been walking. The person weaving a basket by firelight was not calculating how many minutes remained before dark. The person sitting with their group in the evening, talking, laughing, watching the fire, they were not aware that the night was passing. They were just there, fully, completely, with nothing pulling them elsewhere. Modern psychology has a name for the opposite of this state: time pressure anxiety. The persistent low-level stress produced by the awareness that time is limited, that you are being measured against it, and that you are probably losing. Researchers at the University of California found that people who feel chronically time pressured show elevated cortisol levels throughout the day, even on weekends, even on holidays, even when there is objectively nothing urgent happening. The clock doesn't have to be threatening. The awareness of it is enough, because the brain that evolved over 300,000 years was never designed to track hours. It was designed to track light, season, the behavior of animals, the ripeness of fruit, signals that told it what to do right now, not signals that told it how much of an abstract resource had been consumed. The clock is a tool we invented 700 years ago. Your brain is 300,000 years old. The mismatch between those two numbers is something you feel every single Sunday evening. Here is what the research on happiness consistently finds. The activities people rate as most satisfying are almost never the ones they scheduled. They are the ones that made them forget the schedule existed. A conversation that went longer than it was supposed to. A walk that turned into something else. A project that pulled them in so completely that they looked up and 3 hours had vanished. These moments are not accidents. They are your nervous system returning briefly to its default state, a state with no clock, no deadline, no background hum of time running out, just attention, fully given, to whatever is in front of you. Ancient humans did not experience Sunday dread. They did not lie awake calculating how many hours of sleep they would get if they fell asleep right now. They did not eat lunch at their desk because the afternoon was already disappearing. They did not reach the end of a day feeling that it had somehow slipped past them without being lived. They were not more primitive than you. In this one specific way, they were more free. The clock gave us coordination, industry, civilization. It gave us everything that makes modern life possible. It also gave us the feeling that we are always running out of something. Every moment you lose track of time, truly lose it, not just ignore it, you are not being unproductive. You are remembering something your brain never forgot.